Hey guys, welcome to another video. Now, originally I was going to make a video that talks about how, or rather, if Swift backup is going to work 100% completely on HyperOS. But then I checked and then I saw that I actually do not have HyperOS on my phone, like on my PC. And well, I have to make deal with AOSP. Now, currently, Swift backup is what I use when I want to back up all my applications, all my data, everything. But since I don't really keep much, files and all of that on the phone, I mostly use Swift backup. Now you have to be granted root access. You have to root your phone to be able to use it successfully. Now, the thing is this, okay? I noticed that on some custom ROMs, I am not able to restore completely. They should probably say 100%, but then it comes back with errors. Okay, like for example, the latest 3.6 on Project Infinity X, Avium UI, there are a couple of them like that that I cannot work with. Now, let me show you the list of AOSPs that I have on my laptop that I think I might be able to work with. Now, Pixel OS 15 is the one I had before I then flashed Pixel OS 16. Now, I had apps installed on my Pixel OS 15, so I made the Swift backup, okay, and kept it on my PC. So here I'm wondering, which one should I install to see maybe it's going to work so I can suggest to you guys what you can use? Mika OS? Well, maybe. I mean, Mika OS seems stable, but let's see. You know what, guys? I have made up my mind. I am going to go with Axion OS. Not the 2.0. I mean, Axion OS is my baby. You know, I call it the perfect ROM and all of that, but not the 2.0 community build. I'm going to go with the 2.2.1. Reason is because it has the sexy thingies and the wallpaper and all of that. Anyways, so as usual, you have to make sure that you do not have data or important things on your phone. Here, I have a bunch of horror movies here, and I was even watching Days of Future Past. But wait, where's my Thor? I can't find my Thor here. Anyway, I'll fix that later. Anyway, so you have to make sure that your Google account isn't signed in, okay? Because you might have some FRP issues later on. So make sure you take off your Google account. And another important thing a lot of people forget, Spotify. Spotify has this thing whereby if you don't log out of your account, at one point they might say log out of all devices and then you might delete a couple of things. So please log out of all your devices. It's very, very important. Now, since I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to use the latest nick gaps. I'm using Android 16, so the core version. Now, switching on to Orange Fox, here you can see that I have everything prepped, everything ready to go. If I scroll up a bit there, you see that I actually have my Swift backup, and then I have my Action OS, and then my nick gaps. So first thing, as usual, which you have to do, click on that delete button over there, and then you have to select the sweet things you usually select: Dalvik, cache, and data. Wipe. And then once that is done, we move on. We move on to the flashing. So flash the ROM, and then before long, before you know what is going on, you are almost done. And then you have to get ready to flash your nick gaps. Wipe cache, it is important. Do not queue them, flash them one after the other. Now we're going to go for nick gaps. You flash your nick gaps and done. Once that is done, please, this is AOSP. Don't make a mistake, okay? There are some times whereby I flash a ROM, I forget to hit format data. But please, hit format data and type YES. It is very, very important that you do. YES is going to format everything that you have, and then before you know what's going on, you click on reboot. Reboot takes you straight to the actual thing. Once that is done, you know what? Let me just shut up at this point because I think I'm rambling too much. All right, so we are done with that. The next thing to do now is to ensure that we have all the necessary things that we want to, because I'm going to install Swift Backup from the Play Store. Now that I have everything prepped, I have my Swift Backup, I've even rooted my phone. The next thing to do now is to head over to Swift Backup. I don't use a Google account on this, so I'm going to click on continue with our Google account, and then I'm going to click on give all the necessary permissions and all of that. Now, if you have your Swift backup on your PC, on a flash drive, on another phone, it is essential. Oh yes, we are going to grant root. Now, it is essential that you put it on your phone. where I'm going to show you that I put mine on my phone. If you look down, you see Swift backup, the entirety. Mine's around 8 gigabytes, which I think I've showed you before in a recent video or something. So click on restore applications and then click on everything here, every single thing, as long as that's what you did before when you were, starting your application backup and all of that. So here, look at mine application is done, everything is ready to go, and I mean, no errors this time around, which shows that Action OS is one of those ROMs that you can use without bothering yourself. Well, that also means that you might consider switching to the perfect ROM. Cheers.